Hello, everyone, and welcome to Reading the Whole Bible in a Year with Mr. Jean. And as always, the version we are reading from is Thomas Nelson, New King James Version. And for our day 10 reading, we're going to read Genesis 21 to 22 and Psalm 3. Let's begin. Genesis 21. Isaac is born. And the Lord visited Sarah, as he said, and the Lord did for Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which God had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son who was born to him, whom Sarah bore to him, Isaac. Then Abraham circumcised his son Isaac when he was 8 days old, as God has commanded him. Now Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. And Sarah said, God has made me laugh, and all who hear will laugh with me. She also said, who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? For I have borne him a son on his old age. Hagar and Ishmael departed. So the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the same day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, scoffing. Therefore she said to Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, namely with Isaac. And the matter was very displeasing in Abraham's sight because of his son. But God said to Abraham, do not let it be displeased in your sight because of the lad or because of your bondwoman. Whatever Sarah has said to you, listen to her voice, for Isaac your seed shall be called. Yet I will also make a nation of the son of the bondwoman, because he is your seed. So Abraham rose early in the morning, and took bread in a skin of water, and putting it on her shoulder, and gave it and the boy to Hagar, and sent her away. Then she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the waters in the skin was used up, and she placed the boy under one of the shrubs. Then she went and sat down across from him at a distance of about a bow shot. For she said to herself, let me not see the death of the boy. So she sat opposite of him and lifted her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the lad. Then the angel of the Lord called to Hagar out of heaven and said to her, what ails you, Hagar? Fear not, for God has heard the voice of the lad where he is. Arise, lift up the lad and hold him with your hand, for I will make him a great nation. Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, and she went and filled the skin with waters and gave the lad a drink. So God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness and became an archer. He dwelt in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took a wife for him from the land of Egypt. A covenant with Abimelech. And it came to pass at the time that Abimelech and Pishol, the commander of his army, spoke to Abraham, saying, God is with you in all that you do. Now therefore, swear to me by God that you will not deal falsely with me, with my offspring, or with my posterities, but that according to the kindness that I have done to you, you will do to me and to the land in which you have dwelt. And Abraham said, I will swear. Then Abraham rebuked Abimelech because of a well of water which Abimelech's servant had seized. And Abimelech said, I do not know who has done this thing. You did not tell me, nor had I heard of it until today. So Abraham took a sheep and an oxen and gave them to Abimelech, and the two of them made a covenant. And Abraham set 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. Then Abimelech asked Abraham, what is this meaning of these 7 ewe lambs which you have set by themselves? And he said, you will take these 7 ewe lambs from my hand, that they may be the witness that I have dug this well. Therefore He called that place Beersheba, because of the two of them saw an oath there. Bless you. Bless you. Thus they made a covenant at Beersheba. So Abimelech was with Pishol, the commander of his army, and they returned to the land of the Philistine. Then Abraham planted at a tamarisk tree in Beersheba, and there called on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abraham stayed in the land of the Philistine many days. Chapter 22. Abraham's faith confirmed. Now it come to pass after this thing that God had tested Abraham, and said to him, Abraham, and he said, Here I am. Then he said, Take now your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah, and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains of which I shall tell you. So Abraham rose early in the morning, and saddled his donkey, and took two of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and split the wood for the burnt offering. And he rose and went to the place which God had told him. Then on the third day Abraham lifted his eyes and saw the place far off. And Abraham said to his young men, Stay here with the donkey, the lad, and I will go yonder and worship, and will come back to you. So Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it on Isaac his son, and he took the fire in his hand, and a knife, and the two of them went up together. But Isaac spoke to Abraham his father and said, My father. And he said, Here I am, my son. And then he said, Look, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? And Abraham said, My son, God will provide himself the lamb for the burnt offering. So the two of them went together. Then they come to the place of which God had told him, and Abraham built an altar there, and placed the wood in order, and he bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abraham stretched out his hand, and took the knife to slay his son. But the angel of the Lord called to him from heavens, and said, Abraham, Abraham. So he said, Here I am. And he said, Do not lay your hands on the lad, or do anything to him. For now I know that you fear God, since you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. Then Abraham lifted his eyes and looked, and there behind him was a ram caught in the thicket by its horn. So Abraham went and took the ram, and offered it up for a burnt offering instead of his son. And Abraham called the name of the place, The Lord will provide. As it is said to this day, In the mountain of the Lord it shall be provided. Then the angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time out of heaven, and said, By myself I have sworn, says the Lord, because you have done this thing, and have not withheld your son, your only son. Blessing I will bless you, and multiply I will multiply you, descendant as the stars of the heavens, and as the sands which is on the seashore. And your descendants shall possess the gate of their enemies. In your seed all the nations of the earth shall be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice. So Abraham returned to his young men, and they rose and went together to Beersheba, and Abraham dwelt at Beersheba. The family of Nahor. Now it came to pass after this thing, that it was told to Abraham, saying, Indeed, Milcah also has borne children to your brothers Nahor. Hor is his firstborn, Boaz his brother, Chemiel the father of Aram, Chesed, Hazo, Pidash, Jidlap, and Bethel. And Bethel begat Rebekah. This 8 Milcah bore to Nahor, Abraham's brother. His concubine, whose name was Reumah, also bore Tibah, Gaham, Taasha, and Maacah. Alright. Next is Psalm 3. The Lord helped his troubled people. A psalm of David when he fled from Absalom his son. The Lord, all they have increased will trouble me. Many are they who rise up against me. Many are they who will say of me, there is no help for him in God. Selah. But you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory and the one who lifts up my head. I cry out to the Lord with my voice, and he heard me from his holy hill. Selah. I lay down and slept. I awoke, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people who have set themselves against me all around. Arise, O Lord. Save me, O my God. For you have struck all my enemies on the cheekbone. You have broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongs to you, O Lord. Your blessing is upon your people. Salah. Amen. Thank you for being here today. I really appreciate that. And this is day 10. So you already passed 1 week and you keep on going. 3 days after 1 week. Good job. Good job on your 10th day. And I also have this saying I want to say. I shouldn't have gone on and on and on about my last reading, or the one before that. Anyway, the one about the whole gay and all that stuff. I shouldn't talk about that because I said this was just gonna be reading. So I didn't have to explain myself. I was trying to explain myself this and that. I shouldn't have done that. From now on, just gonna do like I said I was gonna do. Just read the Bible. If I read something that you feel offended about it, well, sorry to say that, take it with God. Just gonna read it as it is. I'm not trying to explain myself. I know this may sound rough or wrong. I'm just saying. I said this was just gonna be me reading, and I ended up finding myself trying to explain myself. I was like, I cannot be doing that. Anyway, thank you for being here. And if you like what I'm doing, please check my YouTube channel. I already opened one. I recorded those last videos before I opened one already, but I do now. I open a YouTube channel which is with Mr. Jean, Jen, and a Facebook group that's called The Word Was With God and The Word Was God. Also open a couple Twitters, Ibo or Ibo, however you say it. I'm gonna next in my other few videos. I don't remember what the login name for them is, but if you're looking for them, it's either Mr. Jean or The Word Was God. Anyway, I have Ibo, Twitter, TikTok, all of them, and all I do is the same thing. Since I can't do a long video for them, I just do the opening, say what I'm gonna read, and that's it. I said, like, you know. Anyway, thank you for day 10. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye.